What's up, Couyons? Welcome back to the channel. We got a bourbon tonight. So, Old Pepper, coming out of Lexington, Kentucky. This one happens to be Old Pepper bottled and bond bourbon. Haven't heard a whole lot about it before I bought it. Never had an Old Pepper product. I figured I'd give it a try, and that's what we do tonight, guys. Old Pepper, bottled and bond. At least that's how I think it should be pronounced. Old Pepper. So Old Pepper bottled and bond. Old Pepper Distillery. Kind of looks like E.H. Taylor bottle a little bit. They even get the tax stamp on the top with old Colonel James E. Pepper right there. But so this whiskey's out of Lexington, Kentucky. A little story behind it. 1880. The distillery opens in Lexington, Kentucky. It's done well for a while, ended up closing down, and it was close to 50 years until it was reopened. The brand and the distillery closed in 2017. It had the first new barrel of whiskey poured. In 2017, the barrel was filled since being closed to 50 years. So I've never seen this one on the shelf. Actually, when I did see it, they had this one. They had a single barrel, and they had the original, just Old Pepper bourbon. But that's probably why we haven't seen it in a while, because it's fairly new, actually, getting rebranded and coming back onto the market. So, legend has it that it had a little story in the back. Colonel Pepper was like flamboyant guy. Went to New York. Would frequent the bars over there, and supposedly the old fashioned was actually named after him. There's no telling. I'm pretty sure you could you read a lot of stuff about how the old fashioned cocktail was invented, but supposedly on the back of the bottle it says it was invented, or actually invented by him, I guess, by Colonel James E. Pepper. So, but that's what we got. Nice little color to the whiskey. It's a bourbon color. Actually pretty dark for a bourbon, but it's got a nice color to it. I couldn't really find exactly what the age is on this. It says bottled and bond, so you know it's 100 proof. It's at least 4 years old being bottled and bond, but they don't have an age on it. They even talk about a trademark signature strip label, which at the top, guarantee of the quality within the bottle. They just talk about the Bottled and Bond Act, but they don't really give you an age on it, but it's at least 4 years old. Let's go straight into the nose. So heavy bacon spices on this one. It does have like a classic Kentucky bourbon smell to it, though. Heavy on the spices. A lot of sweetness. You get caramel, but very distinct bacon spice notes, like heavy on the nutmeg, almost like a cardamom. All those bacon spices you would normally get. Obviously, some cinnamon in there. Not heavy on the cinnamon, but there's some cinnamon bacon spices. Almost like a dill weed too, though. I don't know the mash bill on it. I don't know how much of a rye content is in here, but if somebody told me it was corn, wheat, and barley, I would be really surprised. I'm pretty sure this is a rye, if not heavy rye, mash bill to this. Guarantee it probably has more rye than barley, but a lot of bacon spices. And that dillweed note, actually, it's almost like that, not really pickle, not really a dill pickle. It's not like that straight dill pickle note that you get from a lot of ryes, or I would get from a lot of ryes, but dillweed, like the spice you would use to cook with, or the herb you would use to cook with. Sweet, though. It's got some sweetness to it, a lot of bacon spices. Let's get into the taste, guys. Damn. So heavy on the bacon spices. Spices come in kind of initially, but it's got the caramel sweetness. You get like a cherry cola note to it. That's kind of like distinct to this thing, I think. I don't get that cherry cola note in a whole lot of whiskeys or bourbons. Cherry cola, bacon spices. Got a dark fruit note in there too, though. Almost like a berry, which is weird. I don't get berry in a whole lot of bourbons most of the time, or it could just be like a dark cherry note. Most of the time, I would get that a whole lot of berry, mostly in a Scotch, Speyside Scotch, very fruity whiskey, maybe sherry cask, Speyside. But yeah, it's kind of weird getting that in a bourbon. It has a uniqueness to the flavor, though. See, I don't get the berry note now, though. It was just initially. Cherry Coke. Cherry Cola is definitely there with the spices. Nice, lingering finish. Nice little long finish on it, actually. Nice little lingering finish on it. I'm not sure exactly how old this whiskey is as far as like the age on it, but it's got a pretty decent little finish to it. I would think it's, fairly, if I had to guess, maybe 6 years old or something like that. But like I said, it's at least 4 years old being bottled in bond. Pretty good whiskey on this, though. So the price I paid for this one, they had 3 different bottles. Like I said, there was 3 different expressions of this Old Pepper whiskey. The bottled in bond went $54.99, which is not a bad price for it. So $54.99, 100 proof whiskey. Couyons rating on it. It's got a uniqueness to it. It has a classic bourbon taste to it, but it also has a little uniqueness with that cherry Coke note. A lot of heavy spices in it. So if you like heavy rye, spice, bourbons, if you're very big on rye, you would love this whiskey. But I'm going to give it a 7.25. Kind of falls right there in the middle, a little bit better than in the middle, actually. It's good, though. I mean, I like it. I don't regret buying this one. I'd like to try other expressions I've seen from Old Pepper, actually. Ryan was telling me him and his brother had tried. His brother had bought a bottle of Old Pepper single barrel. It might have been a barrel proof. I'm not sure. It might have been single barrel proof, but I didn't try that one. But they loved it. Like nobody had anything bad to say about it. They loved it. I was telling them about the bottled and bond. I like this one. So, but that's what we got with Old Pepper. 7.25 whiskey Couyons rating. If any of y'all seen Old Pepper whiskeys on the shelf, give them a try. If you have, let me know what you think about them. Hit that like button, guys. I thank everybody for watching the channel and supporting us on the YouTube. So catch us on the next video, guys.